store. It's an honor to serve you.
Very first day they opened, my mother and my father and I came in here. I love to see it. It's neat, really, really neat.
You know, we have many sections in Price Club. The food court section is a variety here.
Any one of them you ask, they are very helpful. I love it.
We get low price specials and everything every day.
Prices are very, very good. It's cheaper than everywhere I've been.
जय देवी महाकाली रे, 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 जय देवी महाकाली रे। शिव स्वरूपिणी तू ही माँ वरदायिनी रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे। दुःखहारिणि तु शुम्भकारिणि शरणागत प्रतिपालिनि रे, शरणागत प्रतिपालिनि रे। दुःखहारिणि तु शुम्भकारिणि शरणागत प्रतिपालिनि रे, शरणागत प्रतिपालिनि रे। दुःखहारिणि तु शुम्भकारिणि शरणागत प्रतिपालिनि रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे। मुंडमालता परकरदायिनी ज्वालामुखि विकरालिनी रे, ज्वालामुखि विकरालिनी रे। मुंडमालता परकरदालिनी ज्वालामुखि विकरालिनी रे, ज्वालामुखि विकरालिनी रे। मुंडमालता परकरदायिनी ज्वालामुखि विकरालिनी रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे। आदिशक्ति माँ जग के जननी रनचन दे महाकाली रे, जय देवी 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 महाकाली रे। आदिशक्ति माँ जग के जननी रनचन दे महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी।
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। My dear devotees, आप लोग खड़ा हो जाइए. Let us all stand as we join together in Arti. Hari Om Ekadantaya Virmahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Om Katyayanaya Virmahi Kanyakumari Dhimahi तन्नो दुर्गा प्रचोदयात् ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संसृता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संसृता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु कालीरूपेण संसृता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः ॐ यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तरकृतानि च तानि विनाशान्ति प्रदक्षमं परे परे जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी तुमको निश दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिवरी तुमको निश दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिवरी ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
मंग सिंदूर विराज देखो मृगा मदको मंग सिंदूर विराज देखो मृगा मदको उज्जवल से दोनैना चंद्रवदन निको ॐ जय अम्बे
रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
कानक समन कलेवर रतम भर राजे कानक समन कलेवर रतम भर राजे रक्त पुष्प गलमाला कंचन पर साजे ॐ जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
कहरी वाहन राज काढ़क पर धारी कहरी वाहन राज काढ़क पर धारी सुरन निमुनि जन सेवक तिनके ढुक हारी ॐ जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
ॐ जय अम्बे रे मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
शून्य शोभिधारे महिषासुर घती शून्य शोभिधारे महिषासुर घती ढूंढिलोचन नैना निशदिन मरहमती ॐ जय अम्बे जय श्यामा गौरी
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
श्री अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे श्री अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया
जय श्यामा गौरी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया
जय श्यामा गौरी
ओ अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी 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 बोलो अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी 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 गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वराय गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः बोलो गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वराय गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वराय गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे ओ अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी 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 प्रेम से बोलो जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय. Please take your seats, my dear devotees. So firstly, allow me to take this opportunity and say to each and every one of you, Sabkoi Sita Ram, and thank you all so very much for being here on this very, very special occasion. My dear devotees, our Katha tonight is a very simple one. It's a very beautiful one, and it's very much easy to understand. But before we begin, right where you are, I ask you all to put your hands together with me, close your beautiful eyes, and bow your heads. And devotees, tonight, right where you are, meditate your mind upon the divine form of the Universal Mother, Adi Shakti Durga Ma. Whatever challenges, whatever obstacles, whatever problems you are facing in life, put everything at the feet of Devi Ma. As your eyes are closed and your heads are bowed, my dear devotees, I ask you to focus upon the sound of my voice. Hari Vagratunda Mahakaya Suryakote Samamprabha Nirviganam Kurumedeva Saravakara Shusarvara Saraswati Namastovyam Varare Kamarupane Vidyaramham Kareshyame Sirhe Bhava Tume Sada Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Deva Mahishwara Gurura Saksha Param Brahma Tasamai Shri Guruve Namaha Sirhi Burhi Brare Devi Bhakti Mukti Pradayini Mandra Murati Saradevi Mahalakshmi Namostute Karpura Gauram Karunavataran Sansara Saran Bojagendraharan Saravasandham Rirayaravinda Bhavam Bhavane Sahiram Namami Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 प्रेम से बोलो श्री जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय उमापति महादेव की जय. So my dear devotees, wherever it is I go, I ask for a favor. 50% of the time, I get the favor. The other 50%, I don't get it. So I'm a little scared whenever I do this. And recently, the more I ask for the favor, is the less I get it. So I'm getting really, really scared. So I'm going to ask you for one simple favor. I'm going to ask you one thing to do for me. and I pray that you do it. You see, right where you're sitting, with all of your love and with all of your devotion, I want you to say Jai for me. A very loud Jai and a very proud Jai in the name of the Universal Mother. Everybody, loudly and proudly. Prem se bolo Ajay Jagadamba Devi Mata ki. Oh, thank God. Beautiful. One more time. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Jagadamba Devi Mata ki. One more time. Prem se bolo Shri Kali Devi Mata ki. Beautiful. Clap with me, everybody. Sing with me. No music. Just you and I. Hari Om Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. By yourself. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Amba Bhavani Jagadamba. Beautiful. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Damba Amba Damba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba. Beautiful. Bolo. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. By yourself. Amba Bhavani Amba Damba Bhavani. Together. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Bolo Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Loudly and proudly. Prem se bolo Jagadamba Devi Mata ki. As we create that vibration, everybody. Bolo. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba. Bolo everybody. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Bolo. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 Amba Bhavani Jagadamba. Yourself. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Damba. Beautiful. Amba Damba Amba Damba Amba Damba Amba Damba Amba Damba Damba Bhavani Amba Damba Amba Damba Amba well, everybody. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani Amba Bhavani Jagadamba. Well, everybody. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 Amba Bhavani Jagadamba से बोलो जगदम्बा देवी माता की. Beautiful. So my dear devotees, once again I say to all of you, Sabkoi Sitaram, and thank you all so very much for being here. A very special welcome to, of course, my Peter Ji, who always supports me wherever I go. To, of course, Sankhya Television, one of the #1 stations when it comes to promoting, enlightening and increasing awareness of Hinduism locally and internationally. We say thank you very much to Ramesh Ji, Shelly Ji, thank you. To the members of my group, thank you very much for being here. My dear devotees, I want to begin tonight by asking you something. In the life of a child, it is said one person, according to that child, acts as the first friend, the best friend, and the forever friend. My question to you is, in the life of a child, who's the first friend? In the life of a child, who's the best friend? In the life of a child, who is the forever friend? Anybody know? Who is it? Mother. Excellent. It is said, Ma, she's the first friend of a child. Ma, she's the best friend of a child. Ma, she's the forever friend of a child. And yes, fathers as well. Parents, they are your friends. They are your forever friends. But tonight, we speak about Ma. It is said, Ma is the heartbeat of a home. Ma is the heartbeat to a child. Ma, she's the heartbeat in a family. It is said, Ma, she's the fuel, she's the energy, she's the battery. It is said, Ma, she's the foundation that allows the child to grow. Ma is the foundation that allows that child to blossom into his or her true potential. And sometimes, devotees, we forget that. Sometimes we forget that Ma is the heartbeat. Sometimes we forget that Ma is the anchor when the waves have become rough. That Ma is the anchor when the storm begins to rage. Sometimes we forget how important Ma is in our life. And sometimes we take Ma for granted. And I'll share a very simple story with you. I'll break it down very easy for the 1 or 2 little children I'm seeing. It is said once, there was this single mother. Her dulaha passed away right after that wedding. And this mother, she was left with one child, beautiful daughter. This mother, she worked very, very hard. And she compromised and she sacrificed, she toiled day and night, rain and sun, to provide for her little daughter. She worked really, really hard so that that daughter could have comfort, so that daughter could have a smile, so that that daughter could be at peace. It is said that mother would work multiple jobs just to earn money to send that child to school. And every day she would look at her daughter and she would say, Popo, study hard for me. Study very, very hard for me and get a good job. Get a good job and work your way to the top. And that mother would tell this child every single day to study harder and get a good job. And that mother worked and worked and worked and earned money to send that child to school. And as the years went on, that child finished school, got a good education, and now got a job. The mother, very old in age, continued to work little by little to earn a little money still to help that child, as she was now starting to build her life. And that child, my dear devotees, started and worked very, 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 very hard, and eventually started to climb the ladder in the job she got. And as the years went on, that daughter, she became the boss of the company. It is said every day she would come home and she would be grateful to her mother. Her mother now got very, very old, could barely move too much. And when that daughter was promoted to the boss, she came home and she said, Ma, tomorrow I'm going to send a vehicle for you. And I want you to come to my firm. And I want to show you what I run. That mother, she was so proud of that child. The next morning, child went to work. And after some time, she sent a vehicle for the mother. The vehicle came in front. Mother went inside the car. Car took her to the business. When the mother arrived at the business, there were individuals waiting to guide that mother inside. They took her in the elevator and they carried her to the top floor. And when that mother arrived at the top floor and the elevator doors opened, she saw a beautiful view and a wonderful office. And she saw her daughter sitting on a chair by a desk. As she entered the office, she saw the trophies that the daughter had won. She saw little pictures that the daughter had put up on the desk and on the wall. And that mother felt proud to see where her daughter arrived to. At the moment the daughter saw her, the daughter got up and greeted that mother, hugged that mother. And they started to talk and they started to talk. The mother, she looked at her daughter and she said, Popo, I want you to sit on that chair for me by your desk. So the daughter sat on the chair. And the mother went behind her. And the mother took her two hands and she placed it on the shoulders of the daughter. And she said, Popo, I am so proud of you. Look at what you have accomplished. And the mother, having her hands on the shoulders of that daughter, she said, Popo, tell me, how do you feel? The daughter, having the hands of the mother on her shoulders, she said, Ma, I feel like the queen of the world. I feel like the most important person in the world. And the mother smiled and she said, don't get too arrogant, And they laughed. It is said that mother and that daughter, they spent the entire day together, enjoying each other's company. And that mother felt nothing but joy for that child. It is said when the evening came, the daughter organized for that mother to return home. And as the mother was ill with anxiety, where everything started to crumble and where chaos and pain and suffering started to take over. And I'm going to show you how in the dark times of the Devatas, how that universal mother manifested as their heartbeat. How that universal mother manifested as their anchor. How that universal mother manifested as their guide, as their protector, as their shield. As we enter our scriptures tonight, we glorify Hari Om. Kali Durga Namo Namah. 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 Sundari Saraswati Namo Namah. Sundari Saraswati Namo Namah. Sundari Saraswati Namo Namah. Sundari Saraswati Namo Namah. Kali Durga Namo Namah. Kali Durga Namo Namah. Kali Durga Namo Namah. Kali Durga Namo Namah. Durge Namo Namah, Kali 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 Durge Namo Namah. प्रेम से बोलो श्री जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय। कहा जाता है कि एक बार रंबा और करम्बा का नाम से दो भाई रहते थे. It is said once there were two brothers by the name of Ramba and Karamba. And Ramba and Karamba, they were rakshases, they were demons. They were filled with everything that is negative, everything that is impure, everything that is toxic. And they conquered and they ruled. They had everything they can wish for, besides a child. And both of them, they wanted to be blessed with children who would follow in their footsteps, children who will rule and conquer and dominate. So Karamba, together with Ramba, they decided they would perform penance, they would perform worship to gain the boon of having a child. It is said Karamba, he sat in water and he started to do penance. And Ramba, he sat under the peepal tree, surrounded by spirits, yakshas, surrounded by fire, and he sat in the middle. And it is said both brothers, one under the water and one by the peepal tree, surrounded by fire, started to pray, started to do penance. It is said Indradev heard that these two rakshasas, demons, were doing puja, were doing penance, and he knew that they were praying for nothing good. He knew that if their prayer would be answered, they would only bring pain and suffering. So Indradev decided he would disguise himself in the form of a crocodile, and he went into the water where Karamba was praying. And Karamba, so lost in meditation, so lost in his penance, it is said Indradev in the form of that crocodile attacked him and destroyed him. It is said when the body of Karamba started to float on that water, a news spread. Ramba, he became so disappointed. He became so hurt. He became so lost. He became so traumatized. He gave up his penance. He gave up his devotion. And he felt very frustrated. He felt anger. He was filled with rage. And he decided to himself, you know what? If my brother has died, demons, so much rakshasas, and that Dulahin, she decided she would enter into that fire. And before the yakshas could have stopped her, it is said she entered into the fire and her body engulfed in flames. Ramba in flames, his Dulahin in flames, the child in the womb. It is said the moment that mother began to burn, my dear devotees, it is said the bone of Agni started to come true. Agni promised Ramba that his child will be born. Agni promised Ramba that he will raise a child, he would guide a child, he would grow with a child whose name will instill fear. And the moment Agni saw what was taking place, it is said from the womb of that mother, Agni guided that child to be born. As the body of the mother was in flames, that child was still conceived. That child emerged. And the moment that child emerged, my dear devotees, the eyes of Ramba opened. Even though his body completely engulfed in flames, his eyes opened. And the moment his eyes opened, he saw that child sitting in that fire. He saw the mother burning in flames. It is said Ramba, my dear devotees, emerging out of that fire, lifted his child and exited those flames. It is said the moment he exited those flames, that child, that father, they started to walk together, they started to live together, they started to build together. It is said that child that emerged from those flames, that child, the son of Ramba, he became known as Mahishasur. And Mahishasur, my dear devotees, he grew to instill fear into the hearts and the lives of everyone. He grew, and his name just brought fear and panic into the minds of everyone. He caused havoc, he caused pain, he caused suffering, and he brought the Devtas to their knees. It is said Ramba emerging out of that fire with him. Ramba, he was no longer known by the name Ramba, but he now was known as the name of Raktaveja. And together, growing, learning, training, it is said Mahishasur, he ruled, he dominated, he conquered, he destroyed. And eventually, as time went on, Mahishasur himself was defeated. Mahishasur himself was destroyed by not other than the Universal Mother, Adi Shakti, Durga Ma. Ramba, who was now known as Raktabij, he decided he would continue to live his life. And he decided he would pray for a boon. He would pray to gain a wish. He would pray to gain a blessing where he would also cause pain. A blessing where he would also cause havoc. A blessing where he would also cause destruction. Listen to what takes place. Listen to the boon Raktabij asks for. And listen to the role the mother plays in his life. Hare Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Clap with me, everybody. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. 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 Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Har Har Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. Bole bole. Jai Jai Shiva Shambho. 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 Loudly and proudly, प्रेम से बोलो शंकर भगवान की. Little louder. Prem se bolo Shankar Bhagwan ki. Very good. So Raktabij, as the years went on, he decided now he would go and he would get a boon. Many years have passed. And it is said, he prayed to Shiv Baba. And the boon that he asked for, it is said, he said, hey Shiv, जब वे मेरे रख के एक भून पृथ्वी को छुए तो मुझे और उर्भाने दो. It is said, looking at Shiv Baba, he said, Shivji, bless me so that whenever a drop of my blood touches the earth, more of me will manifest. That was the boon he wanted. Whenever a drop of my blood touches the earth, more of me must manifest. Same strength, same power, same weapon, same greatness. Whenever a drop of my blood touches the ground. And Shiv Baba, my dear devotees, he said, Raktabij, if this is what you wish for, if this is what you want, then so shall it be. Whenever a drop of your blood touches that earth, more of you will manifest. Same strength, same power, same greatness. And Raktabij, my dear devotees, he held on to that boon until the time was right. Until the time would come where he would use that boon to bring pain and bring suffering. It is said while Raktabij was waiting patiently for the time to come, it is said there were two other Rakshasas, two other brothers by the name of Shumb and Nishum. And Shum and Nishum, they also wanted to rule and conquer just as how Mahishasur did. They wanted to do exactly the same thing as Mahishasur did. They wanted to bring the Devtas to their knees. And it is said they prayed to Brahma. And Brahma blessed them with a boon. And it is said, looking at Brahma, they said, oh Brahma, ki meri mrityu na ho, let us never ever die. And Brahma looked at them and he said, no, that cannot happen. He who is born must die. He who comes into existence must leave existence. Therefore Shum, Nishum asked for something else. And both brothers, they sat and they thought and they said, you know what, Brahma, bless us so that no male can destroy us. Bless us so that no devta can destroy us. Bless us so that no bird, no snake, no yaksha could destroy us. Bless us so that no male at any point in time will ever be able to defeat us and get the better of us. And Brahma said, if that is what you want, then so shall it be. And when the news broke, my dear devotees, that Shum and Nishum wanted to conquer and wanted to rule, when the news broke that Shum and Nishum had such greatness, it is said all the Rakshasas started to come from Patal and they started to join their armies with the armies of Shum and Nishum. And before you knew it, a group of Rakshasas came together. Shum, Nishum, Chand, Mund, Humralochan. And eventually the news arrived to the ears of Raktabij. And he said, you know what? I will team up with them and I will use my power to bring the Devtas to their knees. I will use my power to create havoc, to create pain, to create destruction. And Raktabij, my dear devotees, joined in with Shum and Nishum and countless other Rakshasas. They were filled with power, they were filled with greatness, they were filled with might, and they were filled with strength. And coming together, they had one goal in mind: to use their power to hurt, use their power to destroy, use their power to bring down, use their power to cause pain and suffering. Let me pause here now and let me share something with you. All the Rakshasas that came together, they had power. Every single one of them had some sort of power, some sort of strength, some sort of boon. And when they all came together, they all had one goal in mind: use the power, use the strength, and destroy. Let me ask you something. How many people in the world today you know they have power? They have some sort of authority, they have some sort of greatness. And just like the Rakshasas, they come together and they use their power to hurt. They use their power to bring down. They use their power to destroy. How many people in the world today, they use their strength and they come together to heal? How many people, they use their power and they come together to uplift? How many people, they use their power and they come together to motivate? How many people come together with their power, with their strength, with their greatness to make a difference? How many of you sitting here now, you use whatever little power you have to bring a change in the world? And how many of you sitting here right now, you know people with power bringing destruction to the world? Rakshasas came together, all the strength, but all they thought in their mind was to bring pain. I share another birthday gift with my goddaughter Divya. As you grow in life and you gain whatever power and you gain whatever strength, use your power never to hurt, but use your power to heal. Use your power never to destroy, but use your power to build. And that is my gift to all of you here. Whatever little power it is you have, whatever little authority it is you have, whatever little strength it is you have, use it to make a difference in the world. Use it to inspire people in the world. Use it to bring a change. Don't be like the Rakshasas and use your power to destroy. Use your power to create. Use your power to grow. Use your power to unite. And these demons, my dear devotees, coming together with their power, they marched into the heavenly abode, going to the home of Indradev. Without thinking, without questioning, using their power, they started to fight with Indradev. Indradev, he stood up and he fought with Shum and Nishum. He fought with all of the Rakshasas there as best as he could. But he was defeated. And the moment Indradev fell, the moment Indradev was defeated, they took his kingdom from him and they began to rule. It is that conquering Indradev, they went to Agni, the god of fire. Conquered Agni, began to rule. Not only did they conquer Indra and Agni, but they went to Vayu, the god of air, and they conquered Vayu. They went to Varun, the god of the water, the ocean, and they conquered him. They went to Yamraj, the god of the death, and they conquered him. They went to all the different devtas who ruled, my dear devotees, and they fought with them. They brought them to their knees. And no matter the strength of the devtas, they were no match for the power of the Rakshasas combined together. The Rakshasas and their strength was too much. And the devtas, they fell one by one by one. It is said Shum and Nishum, Raktabij and all the others, taking the kingdom from the god, taking the heavens from the god, they ruled without anyone harassing them. They ruled without anyone blocking them. They ruled without anyone having the strength to challenge them. It is said all the devtas, they ran scared. Indradev, Vayu, Varun and all the others, they left their homes hiding in caves, hiding in the water, hiding in the lakes, hiding by the oceans, hiding in the mountains, the valleys, the hills, scared for life, unable to understand how they were defeated. No plan, no idea what to do. All they know, they were very much filled with that fear. All they knew, they were very much filled with that anxiety, that nervousness, that worry, that doubt. And they stayed there, my dear devotees, living in fear for 1,000 years. 1,000 years, all the Rakshasas ruled supreme. The devtas couldn't match them. The devtas couldn't touch them. The devtas couldn't reach to their level of strength and greatness. And Shum and Nishum and Raktabij and all the demons, they reigned supreme. They conquered the earth, they conquered the heavenly region, they conquered Patal. No one was praying anymore. No one was doing devotion anymore. No one was doing jap anymore. Everyone lived in fear. Everyone lived with suffering and pain and doubt and worry. And it is said, my dear devotees, things became so difficult that the devtas, they came together and they decided that something must be done. They cannot allow evil to win. They cannot allow darkness to overcome the light. And coming together, my dear devotees, they started to think. Now let me pause here and let me ask you something. When you as an individual, you're facing some sort of difficulty, when you as a family, you're facing some sort of difficulty, who is the one spiritual person in your life you turn to? His name starts with letter G. Not God, somebody else. Anybody know? The Guru. Excellent. It is said when you're facing difficulties and at some point in time you don't know what to do again, you turn to your Guru. And it is said, Divya, getting christened today, I now become that Guru of her. And it is said that when you get christened, there's a relationship that you, as the godchild, must share with that Guru. There's a bond that must be formed. And the devtas, living in fear for 1,000 years, they decided, you know what? Enough is enough. They would go to their Guru and they would seek the blessings of their Guru. They would seek the guidance of their Guru. Now let me pause here. Let me ask you something. Don't answer me. How many of you can turn to your Guru in times of darkness? You say nothing. How many of you, when you as a family, you're facing some sort of difficulty, you can turn to your spiritual leader for inspiration. You can turn to your guru to give you some sort of words of encouragement to come out of that darkness. Don't answer me, but think. It is said as a guru, it is your duty to be there for the chelas, for the shishtas. It is your duty to be there for those that look up to you. How many of our gurus, they do that in the world today? I'll share something with you. My goddaughter, she got christened here today. And it is said when you get christened, especially when you get christened with me, I have 3 rules. And I'll share the 3 rules with you. Rule 1, respect. Rule 2, communication. Rule 3, union. Let's look at the first one, respect. It is said when you get christened and when you have a guru, you must share respect to that guru. And what is the best way to show respect to that guru? When you see him, you go, you meet him and you bow. That is one of the best ways to show that guru respect. How many of times we see in the world today, the guru walks in the door, mommy and daddy, go, touch your foot, touch your foot. How many times we see it? How many times your Pundit comes into your home and nobody touches the poor Pundit foot? Nobody touches the Baba foot, they leave him there to sit down. It is said one of the best ways to show respect to your guru is to bow, seek his blessings. Divya, where is she? She's in front here. Remember that, Popo. One of your first gifts I'm giving you here again, or your first reminders whenever you see me, have that respect. Bow, seek your blessings. The second relationship or the second thing that a guru and a godchild must have is communication. Keep in contact with your guru. Keep communicating with your guru. And I always tell my godchildren, once you communicate with me, I know you live in and you know I live in. Because once you don't communicate with me, I don't know what's going on. And sometimes we get christened and that's it. Guru in the bush. We don't talk to him again. We leave him right there. We forget the name too. Never, under no circumstances, lose communication with your guru once they are alive. Or your Sadguru who you have accepted. And the third thing, union. Always have a unity with your guru. When he calls upon you, be there for him. When you need him, he must be there for you. And it is said a guru can only do his job if you go to him. If you don't go to him, he doesn't know what is going on with you. The Devtas, they suffered for 1,000 years and the guru did nothing. Why? Because he didn't know what was taking place. He didn't know they needed his help. But when they decided that they would go to him, only then he realized they need his help. Only then was he able to guide them. And the same thing is in your life and in my life. When you go to your guru, that is the only way he will be able to help you. If you don't go to him, if you don't communicate with him, if you don't have respect for him, if you don't have a union with him, he will not know what is going on in your life. And the Devtas, they decided enough was enough. They decided they would go to that guru and they would seek his blessings. They would go to that guru and they would seek his guidance. They would go to that guru and get some advice. Listen to what takes place as we glorify him. Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Charana Namostute Guru Baba, Charana Namostute Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Charana Namostute Guru Baba, Charana Namostute Guru Baba, Vedyadayak Guru Baba, Vedyadayak Guru Baba, Shanta Swarupa Guru Baba, Shanta Swarupa Guru Baba, Guru Var, Guru Var, Guru Baba, Guru Var, Guru Var, Guru Baba. Everybody. Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Charana Namostute Guru Baba, Charana Namostute Guru Baba, Vedyadayak Guru Baba, Vedyadayak Guru Guruvar, Guruvar, Guru Baba. Bol, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba. Charana namostute Guru Baba. Charana namostute Guru Baba. Bol, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba. Charana namostute 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 Guru Baba. Loudly and proudly, Guru Maharaj ki. So they went to the Guru after 1,000 years of suffering. And going to their Guru, they said, "Oh Gurudev, guide us, help us." Hari Om. Aigere nandene nandeta medene Vishwa vinodini nandinote Girivara vindya shri rore nivasani Vishnu vilasini jishnu note Bhagavati hai shriti kanta kutumbin Bhuri kutumbini bhuri krite Jaya Jaya he Mahishasur mardin Ramyaka paradini shaila sute Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 Suravara Varshini Doradara Darshini Duramukha Marshini Har Sarate Tribhuvana Poshani Shankara Toshani Hila Vishamoshani Gosarate Tanujani Roshani Ditsuta Roshani Durmata Soshani Sindhu Sute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramyaka Paradini Shaila Sute Amma Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 Amma Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. My dear devotees, the Devtas coming together, meditating their mind upon the divine form of Ambika Devi. They said, "O Ma, in our times of darkness, you are the mother of the universe. In our times of darkness, you are the one that will guide us. You are the one that will take us out of that darkness, O Ma. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kale Ropena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Ropena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Ropena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Meditating their mind, they intensify their devotion. Listen to what takes place. Ai Jagadamba Madamba Kadamba Pana Priya Vasani Harsate Shika Shri Roman Shringa Himalay Shringa Nichalaya Marayagate Marhu Marhu Re Marhu Kaitava Vanjini Kaitava Ganjini Rasarate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardin Ramyaka Paradini Shaila Sute Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani 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 Bhavani Jagadamba. My dear devotees, as the Devtas, they intensify their devotion so much, praying with their love, praying with devotion, tears emerging from their eyes, feeling the pain, feeling the suffering for the 1,000 years that they were unable to rule, that they were unable to dominate, thinking about all of the pain that Raktabij has caused, thinking of all of the pain that Shum and Shum have caused. They prayed and they prayed and they prayed. And it is said, my dear devotees, while praying without love, while praying without devotion, from the heavens a light emerged. And the moment that light emerged, my dear devotees, all was heard was the roar of a lion. The moment that lion began to roar, it is said the earth started to tremble with fear. The devas started to shower flowers. The sounds of musical instruments started to be played. As that universal mother, she manifested herself forth. As we clap, as we sing, we glorify. Bolo! Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani, 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 Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Loudly and proudly, as loud as you can. Prem se bolo Jagadamba Devi Mata ki. And it is said, my dear devotees, that mother manifested herself forth in the form of Ambika Devi. The Devtas started to explain to her everything that was taking place, how Shum, Nishum, Raktabij and so many others reigning supreme. It is said that mother, she merged onto that battlefield and she started a war. It is said a battle began between that Devi and the different Rakshasas that were being ruled under Shum and Nishum. It is said every single Rakshas that came, that mother taking different forms from Ambika Devi, Chandika Devi, Chamunde Devi and so many manifestations on that battlefield, they defeated each of the Rakshasas. Shum and Nishum, seeing everyone falling, they decided that they would send Raktabij. And Raktabij, my dear devotees, he waited for this moment. He did job so long ago to Shiv Baba, where every time a drop of blood falls to the ground, more of him would manifest. He was waiting for this moment. In his mind, he was emerged again, re-emerged from that fire for this moment. And it is a Raktabij, my dear devotees, entering onto that battlefield, seeing the bodies of all the Rakshasas lying lifeless, unconscious on that floor. He walked up to the different forms of the Devis, all the different manifestations with ego. He walked up with pride, he walked up with arrogance, and they started to fight. It is said a war began between the Devis and Raktabij, my dear devotees. It is said the moment he hurled his first weapon to the Devis, they blocked it, and the Sudarshan Chakra of Devi Ma went and cut him. And the moment the Chakra of Devi Ma cut that Rakshas and the blood fell to the ground, the Devis, they felt relief, thinking that they have defeated him. However, the moment the blood touched the earth, more Raktabij Bijas manifested. It is said the Devis, seeing this happening, all of the different manifestations, it stood there little shocked, little confused. They attacked again, cut in the body of Raktabij, the blood fell and more of him manifested. Cut him again, blood fell, more of him manifested. And the more they fought with him, the more they attacked him, was the more he multiplied. And before you knew it, my dear devotees, the entire battlefield was filled with different manifestations and forms of the Rakshas Raktabij. The mothers of the universe stood there confused, and it is said, my dear devotees, these demons, these manifestations of Raktabij, they attacked the Devis, and one by one they started to fight, and they started to fight. The Devtas, they held on to each other, worrying, seeing the chaos that is taking place, seeing the thousands of Raktabijas, and seeing how the Devis are being defeated. It is said one by one, the different incarnations of that mother was defeated on that battlefield. One by one, the different incarnations of that mother fell on that battlefield. And the more they fought with Raktabij, was the more he multiplied. Till eventually, all was left was just the Matrika Devis, Chandika Devi, Ambika Devi, and of course the ever-powerful Kalima. That was all was left on that battlefield. The demons reigning supreme, Raktabij multiplied in thousands, causing havoc on that battlefield. It is said the Rakshasas, they celebrated because they knew the Devi was no match for them. They knew that the Devi could not conquer them. And the Devtas, my dear devotees, they stood there in fear. They stood there shocked. They stood there worried. It is said Ambika Ma together with Kali Ma, Chandika Ma stood on that battlefield observing the chaos that is taking place, observing the havoc that is taking place. And Ambika Devi, my dear devotees, looking at Kali Ma, she stopped and she started to talk to her. I want to pause here and I want to ask you something. The Devtas, all of them became very scared seeing the mothers falling on the battlefield, seeing Rakta Bij multiplying and multiplying. They became very much traumatized and held on to each other, thinking that Devi Ma was about to be defeated, thinking that Devi Ma had no solution. Can I ask you something? Has there ever been a time where you asked Ma for an answer and she didn't have it? Has there ever been a time where you turned to your mother for a solution and she couldn't give it to you? It is said Ma, they always have the answer. Ma, they always have a solution. Ma, no matter how dark a situation may be, a mother will see light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how toxic a situation may be, a mother remains optimistic and brave and courageous. No matter how difficult things may be, a mother will always find a solution. Remember that. Remember that. My final gift to my goddaughter, baby, I want you to remember this. No matter how old you get, no matter how tall you get, always remember, mommy and daddy, they always have the answer. You may not agree with the answer, you may not like the answer, but they always have an answer. No matter how dark your difficulties and your situations in life may be, mama and papa will always be there to find a solution for you and to guide you out of that darkness. And that goes to all of you. The mothers that are here, you all will know that whenever your child needs an answer, you have that answer. Whenever your child has a problem, you have the solution. And the fathers as well. And the Devtas, they were scared that Devi Ma had no solution to the problem. They were scared that Devi Ma was about to be defeated on that battlefield. But just then, Ambika Devi, looking at Kali Ma, listen to what she says in our final chant tonight. Hari Om. Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani. Clap with me. Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani. Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani. Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shakti Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi. My dear devotees, it is said Ambika Devi looking at Kali Ma, she said, "Oh Ma, the only way For us to win this battle, the only way for us to destroy Raktabij is that when I slay him and the blood is about to fall, you collect it in your tongue. Consume the blood of each and every single one of these Rakshasas. And once you consume the blood of these Rakshasas, O Kalima, I will defeat them one by one. No blood will touch the ground. And once no blood touches the ground, no more of him will be born. No more of him will be manifested. No more of him will be incarnated. And I said, Ambika Devi, looking at Kalima, she said, every time I cut him, every time I fight with him, every time I destroy one of his incarnations, you consume that blood, O Devi Ma. It is said, my dear devotees, the moment Kalima heard the words of Ambika Devi, it is said she got set for that battle. It is said, Ambika Devi rushing towards the different forms of that Raktabij. It is said, Kalima, she roared on that battlefield. And the moment that mother roared, it is said, the Devtas, they rejoiced as they knew that victory was about to come. They knew that success was about to come. Listen, as we bring the curtains down tonight, listen to how the Devi defeats Raktabij and how victory comes to the universe. Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shri Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shri Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shri Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shri Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Kali Bhavani, Jai Durga Devi, Shri Bhavani, Jai Durga Jani, Ambe Bhavani, Shakti Bhavani, Mahashakti Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Mahakali Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani, Maha-Ambe Bhavani, Shakti Bhavani, Mahashakti Bhavani, Kali Bhavani, Mahakali 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 Bhavani. Loudly and proudly, Prem se bolo Jagadamba Devi Mata ki. And it is said, my dear devotees, as that Ambika Devi started to fight and started to slay the different forms of Raktabij, as the blood fell, Kali Ma consumed it. And before you knew it, one by one, the Devi started to defeat the Rakshasas, and the blood was consumed by that beautiful mother. And before you knew it, all the different forms of Raktabij unconscious on that floor. The main Raktabij alone remained speechless, confused as to how this Devi was able to persevere. How this Devi did not give up, how this mother found a solution to this problem. It is said he knew that all the bone he had, he knew that all the strength he had, this was it. It is said, having him alone standing on that battlefield, all the armies that were there, everyone started to run scared. It is said, Devi Ma slayed final Raktabij with that axe, and Kali Ma, she consumed that blood. The last Raktabij fell lifeless on that battlefield. It is said, the moment he fell on that battlefield, it is said the songs of victory was heard, the songs of success was heard, and all the Rakshasas rushing back to Shum and Nishum, letting them know that the end is near. When they heard that Raktabij was no more, even they understood the power of this Devi. Even they comprehended the power, the might, the greatness of this mother. It is said, my dear devotees, that no matter how difficult life may become, Ma will always find a solution. And she showed the Devtas that even though they were scared, even though they were worried, even though they were wondering how is she going to solve this problem, she found a solution. And I will leave you with this, my dear devotees. In times of difficulty, Those of you that have your physical mother, turn to them. And if physical ma is not there, turn to the spiritual mother. And she will always guide you through the darkness. She will always take you through the things that are holding you back. She will always make sure that you stand above your enemy, that you are victorious, that you are undefeated. Prem se bolo Shri Jagadamba Devi Mata ki Jai, Kali Devi Mata ki Jai. So with this in mind, we get set to perform Hawan as we do Hawan mantras, and then of course we'll all join in our closing arti and our closing prayer. Everybody sit upright with me, meditating your mind upon that divine form of Devi Ma. We perform Hawan in her name. Hari Om. Om Jayanti Mangala Kale Bhadra Kale Kapalani Durga Shama Shiva Datre Swaha Swara Namostute. Om Katyayanaya Viramahi Kanya Kumari Chadimahi Tanno Durga Prachodayat. Om Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kali Rupena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Sarva Papaharam Divyam Gangayam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Maya Dattam Grihana Parameshwaraha. So together we offer into that fire, and as we offer, we all say Swaha, okay? Hari Om. Together. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Ekadantaya Namaha Swaha. Om Vakratundaya Namaha Swaha. Om Agani Devaya Namaha Swaha. Om Prajapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Bo Swaha. Om Boaha Swaha. Om Savaha Swaha. Om Maha Swaha. Om Janaha Swaha. Om Tapaha Swaha. Om Satyam Swaha. Om Somaya Swaha. Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitura Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha. Again. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitura Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha. Again. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitura Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha. Om Brahm Brim Brahm Saha Sanishraya Namaha Swaha. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaya Viche Swaha. We finish everything in 21 times in the name of Kali Ma. Hari Om Om Kring Kalikaye Namaha Swaha. 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 Finally 11 now. Om Kring Kalikaye Namaha Swaha. 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 The final one. Om Kring Kalikaye Namaha Swaha. Everybody, let us all stand as we make this final offering, and we go into our closing arati and our closing prayer. Hari Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Kring Kalikaye Namaha. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Namaha. Om Purnamara Purnamiram Purnat Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Swaha. Achman. Om Sarva Papaharam Divyam Gangayam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayadattam Grihana Parameshwaraha. Take the flowers. Om Banaspati Raso Boto Gandaryo Ganda Uttama Sarvagrayanam Devanam Dupoyam Brati Grahitam. Devotees, stretch your hands to the flames. Bring it over your heads 3 times as we seek the blessings of Devi Ma. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Clap with me, sing with me as we join in our closing arati. Hari Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Tumko nish din dhyavan Hari Brahma Shivari. Tumko nish din dhyavan Hari Brahma Shivari. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri.
Manga Sindhu Virajat Thiko Mirga Madiko. Manga Sindhu Virajat Thiko Mirga Madiko. Ujjwal se donaina Chandra Vadhanani ko. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri.
Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri.
Kanak Saman Kalevat Ratambar Raje. Kanak Saman Kalevat Ratambar Raje. Rak Pushpagal Mala Kantan Par Saje. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri.
Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri.
कहरी वाहन राजा काधक पर धारी. कहरी वाहन राजा काधक पर धारी. सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक जिनके दुख हारी. ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया,
Shama Gauri.
Shum nishum bidare Mahishasur khati. Shum nishum bidare Mahishasur khati. Dhurm vilochan naina nishadin madhamati. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya Jai Shama Gauri.
Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya Jai Shama Gauri.
Shri Ambe Ji ki aarti jo koi nar gaave. Shri Ambe Ji ki aarti jo koi nar gaave. Ahat Shivanand Swami sukh sampatti paave. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya
Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya.
Jai Shama Gauri.
O Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani.
Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani. Har 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 Mahadeva. Hare 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 Mahadeva.
O Bam 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 Bola.
Bam 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 bhola.
Har 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 Mahadeva. Har 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 Mahadeva. Bam 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 Bola. Bam 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 Bola. Har 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 Mahadeva. Har 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 Mahadeva. Bam 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 Bola. Bam 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 Bola. Har 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 Mahadeva. Har 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 Mahadeva. Bam 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 Bola. Bam 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 Bola. Har 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 Mahadeva. Har 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 Mahadeva. Bam 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 Bola. Bam 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 Bola. Har 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 Mahadeva. Har 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 Mahadeva. Bam 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 Bola. Bam 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 Bola. Har 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 Mahadeva. Bolo! Ha! Har 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 Mahadeva. 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 Har Mahadeva. Har Mahadeva. Let us all put hands together, close our beautiful eyes, bow hands as we have come to the end of our beautiful Katha tonight. We ask if we have made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly. We ask for that forgiveness, guidance, and blessing. I pray that the simple message I left with you, Ma, she's your heartbeat. Ma, she's the fuel, she's the energy. Ma, she's the anchor in your life. Ma, she's the one with all the answers. Love your physical mother once she's alive. If not, always love the spiritual mother of Durga Ma, Kali Ma. Hari Om Mandrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janaradanam Yarabhojatam Maya Deva Paripuranam Tarastame Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sake Prabhu Trivirata Parivarana Hai Vibhu Ajajaneshara Yadrava Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kurumevaram Pratirinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam. Together as a family, one voice. Tvameva Mata Japita Tvameva Jasekatva Tvameva Dravinam Tvameva Mama Deva Dvameva Sarvam Dvameva Sarvam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prem se bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai, Shankar Bhagwan ki Jai. And devotees, you have been so fantastic. One more time, final time, loudly and proudly. Prem se bolo Shri Kali Devi Mata ki. Prem se bolo Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Turn to those next to you and greet each other. Sita Ram. Please take your seats. My dear devotees, may Bhagwan bless each and every one of you for being here. To the members of my group, thank you so very much. To Vayu, to Kavir, to Kyle, to Vikash, to Suri, to my Mataji, may Bhagwan bless you. To Tarhan and his wonderful family, thank you. To my Peterji, thank you. To Sankhya Television, thank you. Then we'll have, I believe, a little vote of thanks, and then of course we'll have our meals, our parsad, our arti, okay? So devotees, until next time, loudly and proudly as you can, Sabkoi Sita Ram.
Sitaram. Specially invited guests, family, friends, I'd like to say welcome. Pandit Kimraj Vyas, Kimber Rambally and Dharam Patni, Pandit Ajay, to the group. I'd like to say thank you very, very much for all that you have done. For my family, thank you for your love, your guidance, and always being there for us. Pandit Ajay, thank you very much for accepting our daughters, your Chela, and I know she's in very, very good hands. To my mother-in-law, I say thank you. To my mom, Jasmati, thank you from both Taran and I and Divya for always being there for us. To my brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, all our friends, aunts, uncles, everybody, I say thank you very much, not for just today, but always being here with us through our good times, our hard times. Today has been in the making for a very, very long time. And I also like to just take this time to acknowledge and give our respect and love to the people who we wish were here with us today. To my father-in-law, I know during this whole preparation that he would have been with us right through, and he was dearly, dearly missed. My sister-in-law, Shanti, she would have also been here with us. To my aunt, Tandidol, I miss her so much coming up to this preparation. But God knows best, and we know they are not here with us physically, but we have their blessings. I'd also like to say, thanks to God for blessing us with a very beautiful daughter, but not just one, our two daughters. Our first daughter, Deepa, She's no longer here with us, but I consider her to be our angel in heaven. And because of that child, we turn our devotion and love to Mahakali. As Baba was just saying, a lot of people were scared and did not actually fully understand who Mahakali was or who she is. And this child came into our life for a very, very short time. But the lesson that she taught us and the mark that she left with us, we would forever be grateful. To our daughter Divya, we are very, very proud of you. Taran and I couldn't ask for a better, more humble, beautiful child than you. And as your Guruji said, we will always be there for you. Through thick and thin, your mother and father will always, always have your back. To Mr. and Mrs. Ali, we want to say thank you very, very much for everything that you do for this family. We consider you as family as well, right? And just as you have been here for us always, we just want you to know that we are there for you all whenever or if ever you need us. Right? Sankhya TV, thank you very much for being here present. To everyone who would have contributed to tonight, I may not have remembered everybody, names or whatever, but please humbly accept my gratitude and thank you, right? And before leaving, to go back to your respective home, just please partake of whatever food that we have prepared for you and have a safe journey back to your home. Thank you and Sitaram.
Can we please give her a round of applause, everybody? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful words. And to my wonderful goddaughter Divya, can we please give her a huge round of applause as well as she celebrates her birthday today. So we know we're a little over time, so I will do a very short birthday song and your arti and so on will come to you. I want you all to clap with me. Clap for her, everybody. Bara bara din ye aaye hai, bara bara dil ye gaaye hai, bara bara din ye aaye, bara bara dil ye gaaye, tujhe hazaron saaye mere hai arzu. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Divya, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Divya, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Give her a round of applause again, everybody. So do have a very safe journey back to your home. Your Arti Prasad Panchamrit will come. Do partake of meals. Till next time, Sabkoi Sitaram.
My mom has been shopping here for the last 15 years. So coming here with her, now I have my own family